I've been feeling vibes all day. I've been feeling vibes all night. Let me breathe and meditate. Elevate, is that alright? Energy. Vibes, 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 energy. Vibes, 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 energy. Vibes, 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 energy.
Hey, what's going on, good people? It's your girl T Hardaway.
And it's Michael Bahsil.
Yeah, and we are the Did It for the Hood podcast.
Indeed.
We coming back again one more time for you. We love you and we missed you. So
Okay.
we're gonna tap in. It's a me and Mike episode. You know, we sit here and just give dialogue about how we feel about life and things that are going on.
Yeah.
And before we started, I asked Mike, I said, Mike, what are we gonna talk about today? And Mike had a really dope topic. So, Mike, what did you want to talk about?
I talked about letting go.
Letting go.
You know, what's crazy is, so before we got on, I was having some technical malfunctions with all of my techies out there. Y'all know what I'm talking about with like the audio interfaces.
Mm.
And I had to uninstall the driver. I had to uninstall a couple drivers actually. So I feel like we already on course as far as letting go to a certain degree.
Uninstalling, letting things go.
Mm-hmm.
That's real.
And re-downloading certain things.
You know what?
What's
I think
good?
one of the hardest things to let go are things that, I guess I could say the idea that we have of things is hard to let them go. Right.
Oh, yeah.
The idea
though. The idea of it though.
Yeah. Because like, especially if you're a person that's not a quitter, like you're not a person that gives up on things. So your mind is like, nah, man, we don't quit. I don't do that. But then sometimes it is okay to walk away. You took that deep sigh.
Yeah, because I just had to do that recently. Walk away from a situation that wasn't even like, it wasn't mutual on the other end.
Right.
But then it's crazy because it's so interesting how God works, because it's just like God will literally give you what it is that you need when you need it.
Absolutely.
And it's just like, oh, okay. When you get it, it's just like, okay, cool.
And not until you're ready for it. Yeah.
Help.
Letting go is a hard thing, bro. Like, cause I was reading this little excerpt the other day. It was actually something about letting go. And it's like, you know, especially as you grow and start to evolve and change, you have to let go of the ideas of let go of the way that you thought things were gonna go. Because we be married to our own idea. Like, I'm gonna do this, then I'm gonna do this, and then this is gonna happen. And then in reality, none of it happens that way. Don't happen that way. And then you just gotta be like, oh, okay.
Right.
I gotta pick up the pieces and I still gotta go forward.
Adjust and adapt. That's the stuff that really teach you, I feel like.
Yeah.
You gotta adapt. You gotta, like, when you get uncomfortable because you thought it wasn't, when it don't go the way that you wanted it to.
For sure. That pivot.
And
then like that letting go of, I know one thing I struggled with was letting go of the idea of an old relationship. Not even like not even like intimate necessarily relationship, but friendships too.
Yeah.
Because you can be married to the old person that
the old them.
Yeah.
When they turn into a whole different person that you need to let go of, because now they are draining you to a certain degree, or they leeching off of you, or you leeching off of them.
Very true.
You know what I'm saying? And you got to just be, I feel like we as people got to be more unafraid to really be real.
Talk about it.
Because I feel like, especially now, like, everything fake. Like, I remember we was talking one day about social media. It is one guy, he was just taking a picture outside a bus, and you thinking that he traveling all over the world. Fool just up in New York, just moving from megabus to megabus.
They bumming it.
You know what I'm saying? It's just like, you ain't gotta fake it though. But everybody fake it till they make it. And it's just like, I feel like it's now trickling down to everybody, all ages now, where it's like, yeah, I don't have to be real anymore. I don't have to be authentic.
Mm.
And so then I feel like then, of course, that strays us away and pushes us away from everything that is.
I feel you. I, I,
Mm-hmm.
I agree with you 150%, but I don't think people can let go of the image. It's that
That's all I was
perception.
thinking the whole time I was saying that.
Let go of the image, but you can't. I mean, the
But you
craziest.
can though, because you in control of your own life.
I agree with you,
Mm-hmm.
but some people have built their life on a facade to the point where they can't let the facade down. They can't. I know people who made whole careers on a facade.
Help.
Bruh, straight up.
Yeah.
And letting go of that fake image. Like,
Mhm.
that's a hard thing to do, especially because also when you think about it, like if you decide, okay, I'm gonna be truly
Mhm.
myself, T Hardaway, truly Michael Bahsil, there's a level of vulnerability that has to come with that. Because
Yeah.
you letting people know you. Like,
Mm-hmm.
this is me. Like, there's no
Right.
front, there's no fake. This is me.
Mm-hmm.
There's a level of vulnerability that people not ready to have.
That's it. I think that's all it is,
Yeah.
honestly. So what do you think? So how do you think we as people can get more vulnerable? Because I think it starts with just self-awareness, but actually like you actually trying and willing to like tell yourself the truth.
Man, how do we get more vulnerable?
If you can even see the truth though, that's the thing.
I would say some people living the lie and don't know it.
I was just gonna say, yeah,
Some people living in the lie and don't even know it, bro.
think they some great people all time. They got evil
Terrible.
hearts.
Terrible.
Evil hearts. Man,
Self-centered,
yo.
self-centered, terrible individuals. Excuse me. But they can't, I don't know. This bro, I don't know. I don't know. Like, it's weird.
Mm-hmm.
It's weird because, okay, transparency. This is not going to be popular. I know we know the topic is letting go, but this is all a part of letting go because this is different
Right.
types of letting go.
Come on.
Transparency brings a certain level of rejection.
Yes.
And I think that's the thing that people don't be ready for. Because when you living in your truth and you telling the truth about who you are and so on and so forth, some people are not gonna like you because you're not their cup of tea.
Mm-hmm.
But if you're trying to please them and put up this wall like, oh, I'm this kind of person, I'm this type of person, when who you are really comes out, the wall falls and they go with it because they never got to know you. But if you're a person that doesn't like rejection, you're not gonna come up in there and be like, hey, like me or not, this is who I am. Because they have a
Mm-hmm.
choice to like you or not.
Exactly. Dang. That just hit because it reminded me of just how I was when I walked into college and how I am now that I'm walking out.
You evolved.
Oh, very much.
Mm-hmm.
Like
You
I
evolved.
don't even care. I'm like, hey, like me, love me. At the end of the day, I'm gonna be me, and you ain't gonna stop me. Oh
I
God.
think we get to a better place with that when we start to I think for me personally, I got to
Yeah.
a better place with it when I started to realize you're never gonna please everybody.
Oh, for sure though.
Everything you do gonna piss somebody off. Somebody.
Let it,
And let it.
because that means that they growing because they getting uncomfortable.
Or either they not supposed to be around you in the first place.
Mm.
Because that's another truth. I might be talking too much. You go ahead.
Nah, talk your talk.
Because that's another element of it, like the letting go of the false facades, letting go of the fakeness, letting go of all
Yeah.
those things. When we live authentically, we give God the ability to bring in the people who are supposed to be in our lives
Yes.
because they can see us. Be like,
Mm-hmm.
oh, you're my tribe.
Come on.
Yeah, you
Mm-hmm.
tribe. Okay, I know who you are.
Yeah. And it provides it provides a new level of trust and a new level of like confidentiality
For sure.
that you and other people can have now that they know or can see you and you can see them,
For sure.
but knowing that it's mutual on both ends.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? And I feel like also, and I don't like to think too much on this specifically, but like even in letting go, knowing that okay, this person who is my dog or whoever the case is, like we may outgrow each other.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? We may outgrow each other, but I feel like at the end of the day, it's real if y'all still got love for each other and y'all can outgrow each other. That's some of the realest, in my opinion.
I feel you.
Or y'all could just be in y'all separate lane, but y'all both y'all got love at the end of the day. Like it ain't no bad
beef.
blood. Yeah, ain't no bad blood. There ain't no need for bad blood. And also, I don't know why that just came to my mind. Actually, maybe I shouldn't talk about this on the pod.
Okay. No stress.
Because I was thinking about the whole Will Smith and Chris Rock situation.
Talk about it. Hell, everybody else to talk about it.
Right. Thank you. All right. Preach. So, in my honest opinion, Chris Rock, let it go.
You telling him to let it go?
I think he should.
Oh, I don't. So go ahead.
Okay, we're gonna get to it. All right. So the reason why I say let it go. Now, mind you, you were embarrassed on a very
national television.
Right. Thank you. National television. You deserve to feel however you feel about that. I'm not trying to take away the man's feelings. I'm not trying to take away nothing like that. It just gets to the point though, when it's just like, okay, black men specifically, what message are you trying to send to us as younger black men?
Okay.
And so, and also, I feel like when it comes down to Will Smith, now mind you, like at the end of the day, he laid his bed, he got lay in it to a certain extent. You know what I'm saying? You made that decision to go up there and smack this man. You made the conscious decision to, cuss him out during the actual ceremony. It wasn't even the full ceremony yet. It was just the beginning last time I checked. Right?
No, I don't remember where
anyway.
I was watching it and it was just like, oh.
Yeah, because I didn't even watch it. I just saw Twitter and I was like, help. But anyway, but yeah, like I just think that everybody's faced repercussion for it. And of course there's race politics to it, in my opinion. Cause I mean, we see Will Smith, like he got that slave movie that he just did. And for me, it was just like, okay, what y'all really like, what's the statement y'all trying to say?
But he chose to do that movie.
I know. But also, I feel like as an actor, you got to think about how I'm finna get this next check so I can make sure everything is straight. To a certain degree.
Why do you think Chris Rock should stop talking about this?
Because I feel like it's setting a bad example for younger men.
Okay.
That's the main reason why I feel the way I do.
Okay.
Now, mind you, you a comedian, you be able to talk whatever you want to on your platform. But I feel like it gets to the point where it gets dragged out.
I feel that. Now, let's think about something, though.
What's up?
Chris Rock ain't talked about this. This is the first time he talked about it. Think about it now. He got slapped and
you're right.
He didn't say nothing.
He didn't talk about the slap itself. He was talking about Will.
Yeah, he talked this stuff. Bro, you embarrassed me on national TV. I got some things to say about you. Come on, bro. If you slap me on national TV, Mike, it's war every time I see you.
Oh yeah.
It's on every time. If I see your billboard, it's on. I'm gonna get on Instagram Live and start acting crazy. You feel me? It's on. It's up. Every time I see you. It is up every time I see you. But on some real stuff, like
that's real though.
Think about it. He didn't get his get back because he didn't hit him back. He maintained his composure, stayed a professional.
Yeah.
He didn't do that.
Yeah.
He didn't necessarily go
that was some solid.
It was solid. It was solid. He kept it together because he understood where he was.
Right.
And it was amazing to me that he was able to keep his composure over his anger because I know he was pissed.
Oh, dog. Yeah.
But he kept his composure. He didn't necessarily talk about it for real. He didn't do no stand-up stuff at first. He waited. He got him a good stand-up set together. And he went to Netflix and got the bag. He got to get something out of his pain.
Yeah. Kevin Hart said it best, laugh at my pain.
He got to get something out of it. And he was talking cash crazy from the clips because I didn't see the whole thing.
Right, same.
Clips I saw.
The clips. Yeah, he going in.
Yeah, I heard him talking cash crazy.
But not even just on Will, but just in general.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And I can get down with what he was talking about. He was talking about like just like where we at as a world too.
Yeah.
And I respect that. I respect when comedians talk about where we at. So I love Cat Williams.
Yeah. But I mean, after this point, okay, now he got his bag. But we can't tell him how to feel, bro.
Oh yeah.
Because I ain't never experienced embarrassment on that level.
And I pray I don't.
Amen.
Okay.
Amen.
For real.
You know, I think now, yeah, I like, all right, you know, chill out if you want to, because it's still it's your right.
Yeah. If you want to.
If
That's
you want
the thing.
to.
That's real. I didn't even think about that though. Like he never really talked about this. He never talked about the slap. He talked about Will.
Yeah, he was going in on Will. But not like formally. He would just like say little stuff here and there.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Yeah. But then he talked about the incident. I'm like, okay, get your check then, man. I ain't mad. I don't know how much Netflix gave him for the special.
Hey, last time I checked for comedians, like I'm like Dave Chappelle and everybody, like they be getting them right. Last time I checked.
They're getting millions.
Okay. Hey, I speak millions over me and T Hustle.
Come on now.
I speak millions.
If I knew how to speak in tongues, I sure speak it.
I speak resources.
Oh.
Access.
Hey.
To give.
Come on now.
To help.
Let's go.
Yeah. I don't know where that came from, but that's a part of letting go. Sometimes you gotta let your words go.
I speak longevity.
Come on.
Come on now.
Come on.
Longevity
y'all.
it was.
Speak life over yourself every day when you wake up. Yo, this is so off topic, but but no, it's not off topic. But I've been personally, y'all, I've been so like distant from church, spirituality, religion to a certain extent.
Okay.
I feel like I've been trying to find myself outside of it. And I feel like it's helpful and it's needed, but it don't fully ground me all the time.
Being away from the church?
Being away from just like God to a certain extent, or like trying to like push myself away. You know what I'm saying? Knowing that I can't, like it's just inevitable. Like and so I had a moment last night because I've been thinking about this this tweet that shout out to also think about this tweet from this rapper. Her name is Lady London.
Okay.
Crazy with the pen, beautiful as all get out. Shout out Lady London. We're gonna work together soon. Great. Thank you.
We'll bring it in.
Yes. But
Lady London, come be a guest.
Nah, for real. Please come be a guest. I would love because she a Howard alum.
Come on now, HBCU love.
That's what I'm saying, yeah.
Lady London, come on through. Anybody who listens to this, tag Lady London, let her know we want her to come through.
Nah, for real.
Go ahead, man.
But she has made a tweet one day. She was like, every morning I wake up, I listen to gospel music to get my morning right. And I've been sitting on it for a little minute, like sitting with it, because I've been like, sometimes I just don't feel like really listening to it. But then it was crazy because last night I was just up and I was listening to I went back to listen to this old song that I used to listen to when I was a little kid in my mom's car when I was like 4 or 5.
Song.
Yeah, it was Kiara Shear's first album. What was it? I Owe You. That's what it is.
Okay.
Yeah. So it was one song called Praise Offering. And like the way that the keys start, like it was like those keys were just on my mind. I was like, what song is that? I was like, okay, it's Kiara Shear for sure. Then I went to it, I was like, whoa. I didn't know how much I needed this.
Bro.
But I had to let go of like my own thoughts about it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Just allow myself to just do it. And that's part of growing up, I feel like.
It is. It's funny you say that about gospel because I was listening to I don't know, have you ever seen the Terrell show on YouTube?
Of course, the Terrell, what's his last name?
It's just Terrell. He got a blue background.
Yeah, I know you're talking about though. Yeah, I always wonder what his last name was. But go ahead.
I forgot. But I was watching Terrell's show and it was an old episode. He had forgive me if I say your name wrong. Kalante Gavin. He's a gospel artist. He was discovered on one of them social media sites. I guess he went viral.
Don't give me the line. I did not know him. But
okay.
Shout out to brother.
Kalante.
Yeah.
So I'm listening to his, because they sing and do word association, and I'm listening to him sing, and it's just like it's bringing me to tears. I'm just like, because all he's singing is gospel. He's a gospel artist.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm just like, you don't realize how empty you can get from time to time, and how that music in particular fills your spirit up.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
You don't realize how empty you be. You're like, golly, I didn't know I really needed it like that.
Mm-hmm. And that's what it do. Like, and it made me think, because I know, hey, I feel like I'm just telling y'all what I also wish to do in the future. I want to make a gospel album in the future.
Really?
I
Okay,
remember.
let's shift gears. Let's shift gears. This is random talk. Okay,
I
boom.
know.
New segment, random talk. What?
Yeah, I want to make a gospel album in the future. I literally wrote down like who all I want like on it. But I know like I want to get Clark Sisters. I want to get Kirk Franklin. Let me see. So many people. The Walls Group. But I feel like I also want to bring in like other artists as well. I mean, because y'all gotta think like a lot of these like rappers and stuff like they was going to like church with their grandmamas and stuff like you know what I'm saying. Or going to church with their mamas and stuff like growing up but they like trappers and everything like that. Like rest his soul to Takeoff. Like he kept God as like he was very
constant,
like yeah, as a constant for sure. Like he was I don't even want to say religious. I don't like saying religious no more, but he was definitely in tune. And he would like offer words and like biblical words to people who were like who needed like something, you know what I'm saying? So just knowing that people got these backgrounds essentially, and it's beautiful.
They're not as disconnected as we may think.
Right.
Yeah. Exactly. Not just my mama used to say something to me that was very interesting. And I'm not saying that anyone is the devil, because first and foremost, I have no room to judge anyone. But I'm saying this. My mama said the devil sits on the first pew of every church every Sunday. And I was like, what? When I was a kid, I didn't quite understand what she meant. But in a way, what she was saying is, just because you're in a church doesn't mean that you're holy.
Amen.
And just because you're outside of it don't mean you're not.
Thank you.
So I feel what you're saying.
Yeah.
150%.
That's real. And it's crazy because like when you said that just now, it kind of put in perspective for me, like, okay, the devil also maintains a level of focus.
For sure.
Because you're sitting in the front. When you're sitting in the front, you can't just do anything.
For sure.
So it's interesting.
Mm-hmm.
Very interesting. Stay on point, ladies and gentlemen.
No, this is the random talk segment. We're going to stop trying to be who we're not. We're going to hone into who we actually are. This is the random talk segment, okay? Y'all are going to just go with us because y'all love us and we love you back.
Okay. And if y'all watching the video, you better give me a heart right back.
Heart emojis. Put them underneath. Put them underneath. We love y'all.
And do like your best light skin face while doing it too. Like,
come on now. Hey. Oh, okay.
No, you weren't feeling it too much? Got you. Cool.
Okay.
What you say under your breath?
I didn't say anything, brother.
Nah, I heard you say something under your breath. You just didn't want to say it out loud, but I'm gonna let you rock though.
Black man, I fully support you.
Hey, always. Black woman, I do as well. Yes.
Fully support you always. Nah, man, but yeah, so okay. I think that's dope, bro. I think that's dope. I appreciate. And you know what? You know who was a low-key gospel rapper? Chance the Rapper.
Oh, you just not knowing?
No, I'm not just not knowing. I'm just bringing it up. Like,
yeah,
he was very low-key a gospel rapper. I was
that like, coloring book.
Oh, yeah. This is gospel album.
How great is our God? That song, like, yeah.
But
working with Kanye, Ultralight Beam, all of that. Yeah.
Yeah, man. Oh, you know what? I got an idea for it. Oh, I got an idea for you when we get off the pod, since you said that. Because I don't want to give it to the people. But yeah, just remind me, gospel album. I have an idea for you. Anywho, so what do I want to talk about? What's a random talk for me? I've been on this whole thing of now like trying to focus in on self-improvement. Mind, body, and spirit. Sometimes we get so focused on one part of our life that we let the other pieces of our life fall down. And so now I'm searching for balance. yeah, I'm searching for balance. I'm trying to get my life back into balance. And part of this podcast is a part of my mission, and it's a part of my purpose on this earth. And I appreciate Mike for being a part of the craziness with me, because that's just a part of the evolution of who we are as human beings.
That part.
But just trying to tap into getting back to a space of balance, finding my tribe, building this podcast and building this business into what it's supposed to be, because we're going to touch many hearts, minds, and lives, and change some lives and change the world in the process. And sometimes the world will make it too heavy for you to be audacious. But God is not fearful or cowardly. God is big. And so when you're called to do something, if you believe that you're called to do it, you got to do it to the most. So all of that's been looming around me lately. Like just the personal development, developing the business, growing it, making it big, finding our tribe and our community. Like this Did It For The Hood name is real. For those who don't know, Did It For The Hood is not just like, oh, they're like, oh, the hood, the ghetto. No, Did It For The Hood is your neighborhood, but also it's that sash you wear when you graduate from college. That's also called a hood, right? There's a level of pride that comes with that name. And people read it like, oh, if you don't understand it, you don't get it. Like they say, if you know, you know.
Okay.
And I had a friend in college, shout out to LaShawna. LaShawna said to me one day, she said, because I was like, oh, how do I make this as broad as possible? Like, how do I reach the masses? And she said to me, everything ain't for everybody. I said, huh? She's like, everything ain't for everybody. Yeah. She's like, this might be for your tribe, like your group. And your group, but the thing is, you don't know who's in your group. You don't know who's in your group. And it ain't a black thing and it ain't a white thing. Because I'm gonna tell you straight up, I've told people about what I'm doing, and they've been of all different ethnicities. And when I tell you, they tap in, they be like, oh, because I remember, and then they start telling their story, and I'm like,
yeah.
Bro, quick aside, random talk. I was inside of a cigar bar a while ago, and there was this white lady that was sitting there, older white lady, she probably in her 50s or 60s. And we just sitting there chopping it up, whatever. And at this time I had dreads, I had locks. And I forgot how we got to this point in the conversation, but I said, what do you think I do for a living? And she said, why'd you ask me that? I said, because people stereotype me by the locks, She said, honestly, from talking to you, I really think you're like a college professor or something. I said, oh, appreciate that. At the time, I definitely was not. I was really just in poverty. But it was funny. And I told her what my mission was and what I wanted to do with this type of thing. At this point in time, Did It For Hood didn't exist. Not for real. And the lady said, oh, you know what's so interesting about that? I said, what? She said, I'm a veterinarian. I said, oh, that's cool. She said, yeah, but I got a story too. I said, what's your story? She said, well, I grew up poor. She said, I ain't have no money, to the point where when I went to veterinarian school, I didn't have enough money to stay in the dorms. So I worked out a deal with the Department of Veterinarian or whatever. She would sleep in the barn, in another side of the barn, and take care of the animals in exchange for room and board.
Wow.
I said, what? She said, yeah.
You do what you got to do for the thing that you want to do.
Exactly. And like I said, it was just an older white woman. And we sitting there talking, and I'm telling her what my aspirations are, what I want to become. And she said, and we at the cigar bar, and she says, oh, okay, cool. What you need to do is come back here next weekend. And I said, what's happening next weekend? She said, oh, I'm going to teach you how to play poker. I said, why are you going to teach me how to play poker? She said, because you're going to need it. Because you're going to be in a room with a lot of boys that like to play poker. And I was just like,
pause.
What?
Because the way it's like a just this give and take of pouring.
Yeah, exactly. Because she knew she could relate to the story.
She sees you.
She could relate to the story. Yeah. I'll never forget that. She said, come back because you're going to need to know how to play poker.
That's beautiful.
But yeah, man. So just wanted to expand this brand and really, really work on it, like really focus to grow. Cause like Mike and I, we can't give you too much, but there's a lot of stuff we want to do in this media space.
Sure.
A lot of things we want to grow. Mike has his own ventures, and I'm gonna assist him as best I can, and he's assisting me. So, yeah, man, y'all pay attention. These next 10 years finna be different. Gonna be different.
These the roaring 20s, ladies and gentlemen.
Let's go.
And we finna roar.
Also, I'm gonna add this in there. Did It For The Hood Patreon. If you have not joined it, go join it. Go join our Patreon. We need you to join. We need you to support. We got to grow this community and be real about it. We're gonna be about it. We got to be about it.
Come on.
And you see these baseball caps that we wearing, they're gonna be available very soon. Right now, we just testing out some products, make sure it look fly before we let it come out to y'all. But it's gonna be available very soon on diditforthehood.com. Okay. Stunting on them.
Let's say you got a model on them real fast. It's like,
you know what I mean?
Hey, like
we appreciate you.
This ain't just the brand. Thank you.
It's a movement. If I had to define it as anything, it's a tribe.
Called Quest. I'm done.
Okay.
I'm sorry. It was supposed to be a real.
Boy, this man.
It was supposed to be like a real like connecting moment, and I did take it left field. That's on me. Sometimes you got a home run.
It be your
Anyways,
own people. It be your own people.
No, y'all.
Be your own people.
Hey.
Oh man. But anyway, but yeah, man. So that's what we on, man. It's up. It's up. It's good energy only. Like it's just
heavy on that.
Man.
And if you ain't got good energy, we're gonna tell you get your energy together.
Or get from around me.
Hello.
All I want is good energy.
Yeah.
I'm praying to God I don't get a parking ticket today because I showed double parked. Yeah, it's irresponsible of me, but I had to make sure we was on time for recording.
So maybe we should cut that part out.
Why?
I don't just protect. I just like
that was said for what? Y'all finna learn.
I'm just thinking on my my I don't know.
We can cut it.
No, we don't have to talk it.
But anywho, where we at? What were we talking about?
Letting go.
Letting go. That's right. So back on topic of letting go. I'm in the phase now of letting go of my ideals, letting go of the way I thought things should go, letting go of past relationships that no longer serve me, and letting go of the fears that have held me back. I think that's a part of the faith, right? Like anything that I encounter, God is going to give me what I need. And I just have to trust in God more than I trust in myself.
That's the one right there.
Yeah.
Because you get drained when you trust yourself more than you trust God.
And we're not enough. We're not enough without God, is what I mean.
Yeah.
We're not enough without God. And when we start to think that we are, that's when things start to fall apart.
Because it's like I feel like it's an act of not being humble.
Yeah.
And not being submissive to what the divine plan for your life too.
For sure.
I feel like it's like a give and take. It's like an ebb and a flow. So you gotta put in the work, but you also gotta flow.
For sure.
So it's like you talking about with that balance. Like I feel you where you at right now. Cause I'm somewhat in that same vein a bit. Cause like I've been getting more into like skincare lately.
Come on now.
Especially since like, cause y'all like for my babies with black skin, like y'all know when y'all shave and razor bumps and the burns and anyway, I don't even have to explain. Like, but yeah, I just been trying to find like remedies for it and just like exfoliating stuff. You know what I'm saying? Got me some African soap. You know what I'm saying? Some black soap.
Be careful with the black soap. Sometimes certain types of black soap can burn the skin.
Oh yeah, for sure. I already
So
know.
just be careful.
Yeah, for sure.
But no, I feel you. I told you the other day I was sitting there making all the doctor's appointments in the world.
Yeah, yo. Cause we got to make sure that we good. Our health is wealth. You know what I'm saying?
I'm going to see every type of doctor you could think of.
A dermatologist, uh,
Dentist.
right. Ooh, don't talk about dentists. I'm not even going to expose myself about last time I've been to the dentist.
Man.
It's been a
But
minute.
taking care of yourself is important. And that's something that we
Yeah.
neglect.
Yeah, because
Neglect.
especially when you're not used to really doing it,
Yeah.
and you're used to just kind of like just sitting with all the things that and like kind of like letting them be.
Yeah.
I don't want to say burdens, but like letting them just kind of just weigh on you.
What is self-care is an act of resistance.
Come on,
This is something that
revolutionary.
I realized, like specifically being a black and brown person.
Yeah.
When you start talking about like the different ways to be an activist, I guess you could say, or
Mhm.
bucking against whatever the system is, right?
Yeah.
Self-care is one of those ways of doing so.
Mm-hmm.
Because when you're taking care of yourself mentally, physically, emotionally, you're more apt and able to fight.
Mm-hmm.
You're more able, you're more ready, you're more prepared. You're just a better version of yourself. And so that's a part of the balance, man. The
Mm-hmm.
balance. Try to get back in balance. Because you can't skip the process. I don't care how you feel about it.
Because
I don't
y'all,
care.
it's crazy you say that too. Because that's process just kept been coming back to my brain.
Mm.
Specifically because I'm doing the show right now, y'all. Like, um, I don't want to go too much into detail about it, but it's I was thinking so much about the end goal. Like, okay, what do I? Well, of course, you gotta think about, of course, where you want to be.
Mm.
But then it was just like, okay, let me take steps back, kind of like move backwards a little bit, but also like move forwards, if that makes sense.
It does.
Okay, word.
It does.
So yeah, but knowing that, like, yeah, it's all coming together now. Like, it's rough at first, but you gotta let it be rough, and you gotta also let it like that's where you find the gems and the gold and the diamonds.
Mm-hmm. You got to find the beauty in the chaos.
Yes, because there is beauty in it.
Mm-hmm. I think people don't like. I always say this, and it was like the most craziest thing that I realized. It's very common sense, but it has to hit you for it to be common sense.
Right.
People don't start new stuff because they hate being bad at it. Right? People hate being bad at things. But you'll never get good at them until you go through the bad part of it. Doesn't
Yep.
matter what it is. You're gonna suck at first, pretty much. And
It's
you
all
just
about
have to, huh?
I was just saying it's all about the experience. You gotta keep getting the experience with it.
You gotta get your reps up.
Mm-hmm.
And so, like, in my mind, the way I do stuff, I be going full steam ahead when I start stuff. I continue on, but I go real fast at the beginning. And somebody asked me, why do you do that? I'm like, because I'm trying to get through the crap first. I'm trying to
Mm-hmm.
hurry up and get through the crap. Like, I want to get
Mm-hmm.
as many reps as possible so I can get through the bad parts.
That part.
And that's just a part of the process, like accepting those pieces, accepting that the beginning is rough.
Yep.
And just finding beauty in it. Like you said, just finding beauty in the fact that, oh, this is gonna suck at first, but it'll get better.
It will.
Oops,
Always.
I messed up. Oh well.
Let's keep going.
Let's keep going.
Because I'm not gonna stop. Can't stop. Won't stop. Ah, y'all gonna get it this week. Y'all gonna get it this week. This week. Ah, y'all gonna get it this week. Yeah, man.
So I pretty much done, man. You got anything?
Artists
Let's go.
also be willing to let go of your art.
Talk about it, Mike.
Because I mean, T been on me about this since 2020.
I wasn't gonna put you out there, but go ahead.
In 3 years. It's been 3. So, yeah, it's crazy. I was doing a photo shoot yesterday for a new single coming up in April. And I was talking to one of the guys there, And he also makes music. He makes alternative music, like experimental type of music. And he was just saying how he gets scared when he drops his music. And I was like, because it's just like out of my hands at that point. So it's like how good it does or how good it doesn't do. Like, but the thing is, like, we can't scale how good something does because we don't know how it's hitting people. You know what I'm saying? So, and that's one thing that I've been trying to just ground myself in. Like, I don't know how this music is hitting people. So I know, like, when I dropped, like, the last song I just dropped, ATL Roots, like, a lot of folks from back home, they was bumping it. And that's what it's for. It's for home. So I can't be mad that if it don't get like 100,000 plays on the first day. I'm not Drake. I'm not Kendrick yet. You feel me?
Come on now.
You feel me? So, but yeah, like I'm not like I'm still rising. I'm still up and coming. I'm still discovering my sound, and the sound is coming along, in my opinion. And so I have to just ground myself in just the knowledge of the truth, like what we was talking about earlier, like what people don't want to be aware of the truth like that. Even myself at times, like I gotta call myself in.
We all go through it.
You know what I'm saying? Um, but yeah, like just know that everybody, all real artists understand that feeling of like I don't want to let my stuff go. It's my baby, and the world is ugly. Like it's simple. These folks, but thing is, I saw this tweet from I think it was Ruben Vincent. He's one of the artists that's with Ninth Wonder and Jamrock. Shout out to all them folks out of the Carolinas. I don't know which one it is. I think it's North Carolina. Shout out to all them folks. But anyway, I think he had made a point because folks was critiquing him in his new project. And it was just like, why am I listening? Like, why am I allowing myself to get affected by people who are not even like scholars on hip hop and not even like y'all don't even do the things that I do.
I got you one better, bro. They're not even fans of you.
That part. You're just a
they don't even like. They're not even fans of what you do.
Exactly. They're probably not even fans of themselves. We've been real.
Love
like,
though. You just have to find the people that love those who love you.
That part. And I do. I
used to get on Mike's case about releasing his music.
Yeah.
But he's been doing phenomenal at releasing his music lately. I got to give him his kudos.
Yeah, I appreciate it.
No problem.
It's more in the tank. That's all it is.
But nah, you've been doing a great job of letting it go. And like, it's like, you know, you don't know which songs are going to, like, one of the things I started to realize is you don't know which songs are going to resonate. You have no idea. The one you might think is going to be that banger
is not.
It's not. It's going to drop and you're like, well, what? And then something you created in like 15 minutes playing around and be like, I'm going to put this out. You put it out. Number one.
Go crazy.
You're like, what the heck was that? You just don't know. Like the people choose, not you.
And that's the thing.
I mean, of course, there's systems in place when you get to like the larger level and scale. Oh, this person, they put a lot of money behind this to make a hit or whatever. But
there's systems in place with just the metrics of streaming. Don't get me started on that.
I'm not going to go into that.
Because I want to literally smack all the people behind the keyboards who make these metric systems because it's actually very racist. And I don't like it.
He said, I don't like it.
I hate it. And I'm saying it very gentle right now because I could get right. I could, but I'm not. So you know what? Metrics.
Metrics.
No, I don't have nothing else to say.
No, I feel you.
Yeah.
But put your music out. Like, let the people choose. Like, your fan base got to find you.
That part. And also, like, too, y'all, put your stuff on SoundCloud too. Yeah. Even if like you can't get that sample cleared or whatever the case is, put it on SoundCloud. Put it on YouTube. You'll be on there.
People listen.
Get you this little tool on YouTube called it's called Tube Buddy. It basically is like it's like a system that you could put on through your channel that basically you could add like hashtags and stuff that's specific to like your song and things like that. You can just drive traffic. You know what I'm saying? Try to get, that the marketing aspect to it too, run them ads and everything like that. If you got visuals, like, yeah.
I just started.
Yeah, go ahead.
I just started studying like some marketing books too.
Mm.
And don't be afraid to study. That's another thing, artists. The days of the
Yes,
artist
sir.
just being like, I want to make music and I don't want to do nothing else. Those days are over. They're
Please
over.
study.
Study. Like you're gonna have to learn other things other than just music. If you want to be successful in making music. Now, if you just want to do this at the crib with your homeboys, do your thing. But if you're trying to actually blow your stuff up, you're gonna have to study.
Mm-hmm.
Ain't no way around it.
Yeah, yeah. And like know the history of the music too.
Yeah, it helps ground you.
Mm-hmm. Because I feel like specifically, yeah. I think this is another thing I feel like to let go of. I feel like we gotta let go of like I'm speaking specifically just for hip hop and rapper. We gotta let go of like the lack of knowledge.
Yeah.
Certain like the fact that a lot of rappers you don't know who DJ Kool Herc, Africa Bambaataa, Grandmaster Flash, that's a problem. I hope y'all know that. Like, and it's not bad. Like, don't take it like it's a bad thing. Like, just do your research on this stuff. These are your forefathers to an extent. Like, you're carrying a legacy. We carrying on tradition.
Mm.
You know what I'm saying? That's where the AZ. If you don't know who that is, listen to the Illmatic album. And go learn his discography. Okay, great. But yeah, like I feel like we have to ground ourselves in the history of this art form because it's not art no more. Like it's not art. Because one art, I know art takes time, yes, but art is also like it's more than just a trend. It's more than just TikTok. It's more than just like Instagram and like you know what I'm saying. It's more. It's always more. It's deeper.
Let me add something to that. It correlates with what you're saying. If y'all have been seeing these AI rappers that are being created and this AI stuff, artists, listen to me. Now we're gonna timestamp it when I put this out. The only thing y'all are gonna have left that sets you apart from the AI is your soul. And your soul is gonna be grounded in what you know, the feel of your music, and how it resonates with the people who receive it. Because computers don't have soul. So a part of that is going to be you figuring out either studying the music that started with soul and figuring out how to replicate it. And that requires history. That requires an understanding because you ain't gonna be able to just make computer music no more.
Mm-hmm.
The computer is making its own music now. Ain't that scary?
And it's been making its own music if you think about it, because I mean we use computers to program our music.
Yeah, but now I won't need you.
Right. Huh!
I won't need you.
Help.
So y'all better start thinking about it because all you gonna have is soul in a minute.
Yeah. And listen, get into some soul music.
Go back to that funk.
Hello, that James Brown, that Aretha,
Them
Isley Brothers.
The staple singers. Like y'all better start getting into it.
Stylistics, Ohio players, Teddy Pendergrass,
The
Harold
Whispers.
Melvin and the Blue Notes. Yeah, come on.
You better get into it.
Yeah. Into your Patrice Rushen.
Come on now.
You're dropping gems on y'all, so I hope y'all just taking these notes and go look this up.
Evelyn Champagne King.
Better watch it.
Y'all better go back. Come on now.
Yeah, that's right.
If you're a producer and you don't know who Kashif is, go back and look.
Oh, taking notes.
Go back and look because he's responsible for some hits.
But here's the thing too. Always be a student to the game.
For sure.
Always. For sure. You said
Kashif.
Kashif.
He produced Evelyn Champagne King and a few other songs. Well, he produced a lot of stuff. At one point in time, he had a nice little run.
Come on, but you're Bobby Brown.
Yeah, you know addition. You better get on it.
Hello.
Anyway, we went on our artistry rant. As you can see, we both have a love for the music.
Yeah, yo. Let's love for art, like
in general,
limited to music.
In general, yeah.
Art is coming back stronger than ever. We will be stronger than the computers because we are making the computers.
I need some type of drum roll or some type of music right here. Wise words from T. Hardaway. So here's my wise words for today, y'all.
Mm-hmm.
The life you want is based on how much work you're willing to do. It's not based on anything else. One thing that I had to learn is that God gets behind your work, not your words. So whatever it is you're trying to do, don't sit there and wait like, oh yeah, your guy gonna bring it to me. No, that's not how things work. You start and then God gets behind whatever it is you're doing, if it's in accordance with his purpose for you. That's gonna be a mic drop on my end. So to round that out, I'm T. Hardaway.
And I'm Michael Bahsil.
And we are the Did It for the Hood podcast. Appreciate y'all. We'll catch y'all next week.
Y'all be safe.